Why hello there, long time no see. It's been a good 5 months since I've recorded a YouTube video. So, welcome back to my channel. Some of you may be asking, why does baby C look different? And it may be because I'm freakishly pale, or it may be because you see a massive scar on my chest. Well, this brings us to our topic of discussion to kick off 2019. As some of you know, I had cervical cancer in 2018 and I had a hysterectomy. What some of you may not know is I also was diagnosed with skin cancer and had that surgically removed as well. I haven't done a video since the removal of this lovely mole that I had, and I thought it was about time to come to terms with it and make a video to hopefully educate people out there to not make the same mistakes that I made. So last year, I was trying to be all proactive, and I was like, I should probably get this mole that I have on my chest looked at. And this was a tiny little mole, like I'm talking like the size of this thing, you know, like tiny. And it just started to change shape a little bit. So I was like, let's get this checked out. Saw a, regular walk-in doctor, got referred to see a dermatologist, and she looked at it and she's like, yeah, you're right, it does look cancerous. I'm like, thanks, doc, that's one way to put it. So anyways, they did like a biopsy, got called back a week later, and then sure enough, it was melanoma. Worst case scenario, the worst type of skin cancer you can get. So I was just like, great, just add it on, one more cancer. I was like, well, let's remove it, let's do this. And she's like, well, you can't, you gotta go see a surgeon that specifically works with melanomas because they have to do larger margins, and I can't do that. So, given my history, they were able to speed track it, so I got to see this other dude in Edmonton, and he looked at it, and he was like, okay, and he this is in September, like the day after my birthday, and then he looked at it and drew up the margins. He's like, okay, it's gonna be like this big, this wide, and then we'll pull it together, so this is what the scar is gonna look like. And I was like, holy fuck. That is a very large scar for a tiny little mole. So I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. He's like, earliest I can get you in is December. Keep in mind, this is September 26th. I was like, that's bullshit. Can you get me in any quicker? Like, do you know I had cancer this year? He's like, oh, you had cancer? I'm like, do doctors even read the little intake forms you fill out? Anyways, he's like, oh shit, yeah, we gotta get this done quick. He's like, when's the soonest you can get in? I'm like, how about right now? So they went in and they did their incision, they cut it out and pulled the skin together and all that and bandaged me up and sent me on my way, and I went to work that day. And that was now 3 months ago. So this is the scar afterwards. Believe it or not, this is healed quite well. It could be a hell of a lot worse. So I'm grateful that it healed the way it did. But it is a fucking huge scar for a tiny little mole. And I hope you can see in this lighting. It's kind of sometimes difficult. It's pretty obvious in the right lighting. But yeah, I'm left with this massive scar, and I wanted to just tell you how to prevent this so it doesn't happen to you. Because I will admit, I would tan, and not tan to be like dark, but just to be like off-white. Like you can see I'm like very pale, like albino, like almost clear. So I would just like tan just to be normal looking. And then if I had like photo shoots or video shoots, then I would go to the tanning salon a little bit more. So, you can like look better for your shoots and shit like that. Because I thought like that was what beauty was. And a lot of young women do believe that being tanned is beautiful. You always hear about like you can get skin cancer, and you always think like it wouldn't happen to me. Well, it fucking did happen to me, okay? At 31, I had skin cancer, melanoma, and I was lucky enough that I could get it surgically removed and have clear margins so it didn't spread anywhere else in my body. But it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Is it really worth being tanned to be beautiful if you could end up having this, or let alone something more serious? I think not. So please, if you go to the tanning salon or you love to like lie in the sun, don't do it anymore. Hopefully, like seeing my face and knowing that it happens to like young women, you'll learn that it's not fucking worth it. So don't do it. And to top that off, whenever I was outside in the sun, I would only use SPF 4 because if I used anything stronger, I would stay pasty white, hence how I am now. So please wear SPF 30 or more so you're actually protecting your skin, and don't use tanning beds, okay? I will not go to a tanning salon ever again in my life, and I promise to wear SPF 30 because I'm going to try to prevent it from ever happening again and not make the same mistake twice. We just need to change like our perception of what is beautiful. I'm okay with being pasty white, and I'm just gonna embrace it. The fact that I kind of reflect sunlight, and in hot tubs I literally glow. But you know what? That's okay. That's who I am, and I'm cool with it. And I'm gonna show off this lovely scar because I'm just gonna embrace it. So if you know somebody that has been going to tanning salons, or you know, like your typical friend that always like just lies in the sun and just gets burnt to shit because like, it's gonna turn into a tan. Please, if you know people like this, just do me a favor, share this video, and hopefully I can prevent at least one person from going to that tanning salon in the new year. That's my goal by doing this. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but this is more of a PSA, public service announcement, if you will, to try to help young women and men prevent skin cancer. So please do me a favor and share this video. Thank you very much.